Happy
Hi,
to be
Rick.
here. Happy to be here. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. I believe yesterday was your wife Lisa's birthday. Did you remember?
Oh, shoot, I did forget. It was the day before that.
Oh, day before.
That was. I remember.
What did you do?
Actually, what we did is we went to Florida. Went
to Florida.
Yeah, I was in Florida. Came back yesterday.
Nice.
So she stayed. So no, I had a good time. Saw a couple of friends, and
And she did some traveling in Europe, didn't she?
she went to Paris and to Rome with her daughter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, daughter there, and I had a absolutely wonderful time. Absolutely wonderful. Couldn't have had a better time. They said just was great,
Good.
and worked out well. But she's came back. Said, let's go. I want to go down to Florida. I just want to go down there.
She can't sit still, can she?
Well, she really can, but she really enjoys it down there. She likes the heat, and it was hot. It was hot.
bet.
It was humid.
Yeah.
And I didn't mind. I can go down. I can get used to that to some degree. I mean, I don't want to go out and play golf necessarily in the afternoon, but I played pickleball down there 4 days. I played 3 days, and sweating like a pig. But I just think it's good for you too. And then you fill it back up with sugar and everything. No, you fill it back with water.
It's a good workout.
It's a great work. It's a great workout. It's an absolutely great workout. And I did that and hit golf balls and played a few holes of golf and ate at some nice. And the nice time about going there this time of year, you can get into anywhere you want to go. I mean, before if you go at peak season, you usually, if you go a little bit later, because all the old people go earlier.
They're turning all tennis courts pretty much over to pickleball in Florida.
And I'm telling you, pickleball, I think originally started out for supposedly going to be for older people, but it's a big time young person game now.
Did they give you a number of ranking you are?
I've never had an official one, but I asked, Taryn Hatch, who works in our office with us. I don't know if you know Taryn, but she's really involved in the community. She's probably one of the top female players in this community.
Taryn Hatch is?
Hatch, yes.
Wow.
You know her?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. She was a college tennis player.
She worked here.
Taryn did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's when she was so screwed up. Then we got to stand around. No. So Taryn, but yeah, she's an outstanding athlete, really. And I asked her, I said, what do you think I am? And I think she said somewhere around maybe a 3 or something like that. And
That's middle.
Yeah, I'm just middle. I mean, it's I play with people that are definitely better than me. I play with people that are definitely not as good as me. In fact, I want to play tonight at 5 o'clock. If anybody's out there, it's out there. It's Cascades 5 o'clock or 5. They had that open from 5 to 9. Like they play. I won't play that long. I'd like to go out, play for an hour and a half, go home. But it's just kind of show up. You can go online with the app and say you're going to come, which is really nice because then you know if somebody's coming. Because they have a big group. It comes at 8:30, and I wanted to start doing that as long as the weather is okay. And then in the morning, at 8:30 in the morning, and it's a big deal. And then of course downtown with a nice facility we've got down here, which is going to really come into its own again because of the weather.
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything else.
Are there lights at the Cascades?
There are. Then you can go get afterwards. After you get that good workout, you can go have ice cream and a hot dog or something.
And they have that new restroom they just built up there too.
I just saw that there
Yeah.
too. That's nice.
Yeah.
I just wish some way. In fact, I've got to go back. They're trying to raise money, for the Cascades.
Yes.
I went to that original meeting they had for the falls, mainly the falls. That's the stage, and because all that stuff, if you go in there, it's it's about 80 years old or whatever it is. And I really want to be part of that. In fact, I will be part of that because I really believe in it. And Cascades was a big deal to me as a kid. We lived fairly close to that on Thompson Street. And
were you there when they built it?
I knew Cat Sparks well. Yeah, it's not funny, Bart. I did remember back when they had the big house up there too on the hill.
Yeah.
You didn't know that.
No, but I knew where it was. It was on that corner of West and Kibbe where the people watch the fireworks.
Yeah, I would have. I never was in it. Never was in it. I'd love to have gone in to see that old mansion. And I like to see it now because I remember it just being like it was huge. They said on the top floor they had a big open where you have dances or do whatever.
So were the apartments are,
Mhm.
that was part of the property too?
That was where the house actually was, right
Oh.
there. It was right there. So, and again, we didn't live that far away from there. So the Cascades has been a huge part of my early life. I'd go there, and we'd ice skate on the pond there, and we'd sled on the hill, and we'd bumper jump on the back when we were a little bit older, you know. And you know what that is, of course, right?
Oh,
Bumper jump.
Again, it's, you know, things that happened way before any of us were born.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's just when you go there and you used to.
I remember they used to shovel the snow off the ice, but people in that building was a warming hut.
It was a warming hut. Oh yeah, I was in there many times. We'd go there, and sometimes we'd go back there, maybe a lot, maybe in the 7th, 8th grade and earlier, but when you're a kid and you can't drive, 7th, 8th, 9th, and we'd go there, take our ice skates, you know, meet girls and do whatever, but then we'd walk over to the hill and skate down the hill, you know, try to glide down there and fall. I couldn't do that now if I even want. I could do it, but I would never get up probably.
You'd skate down the hill on your ice skates.
Well, you get like that, you glide down the hill. You wouldn't be skating as such, but it was just to see if you could do it, and unfortunately none of us ran into a tree or whatever. But,
did you walk, because you lived, did you live on Thompson Street?
I lived right near Frost.
Did you walk pretty much everywhere?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I used to walk, that's where I used to be by the root beer stand. Anybody, old people that are listening, the root beer stand was a huge part of my life too as a little kid. I could ride my bike up there. That was a cool thing. Played baseball at Southwest Little League right there. You know, we had the Cascades and all that, whatever. And then they had the lagoons. The lagoons, I don't ever remember. That's what I really like to do too, is to call my construction or excavator guys and say, come on, we're all gonna meet out here one day, dig this stuff all out, spread it out there, and in some way, I know you need to really get a water flow then just to keep it nice, but wouldn't it be cool if we had those lagoons that you could, if you wanted to take a kayak in it or something or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know why it's so hard to keep that clean. I mean, they dredged like years and years ago, but apparently the water tables are such that they disrupt the lagoons. People get water in their basement. There's
that problem. I thought they had it kind of solved, or I thought, and I don't know that for a fact. But back then, I mean, you have to have movement somewhere there. That's why they get the green, moss over everything.
Yeah.
You have to have some kind of movement, and I don't know if they have to have some kind of a motor that would push the water through or something. But as a kid, I don't remember it being that it was okay.
Yeah, it's just overgrown like crazy now. But maybe with the renovation project, restoration project, there could be some.
I've got to get back to them. In fact, they didn't even call me. I'm surprised they haven't called me. And the other little projects I kind of liked, I'd like to be involved in. As a kid, didn't do much out there, but the old Brooklyn Theater, it's the old style of Brooklyn Theater, right there, a little theater, and they're trying to renovate that. And I'm not sure if it turned into a theater again. I want to say yes, but. And they call me, and I haven't really gotten back to them much. But you got to remember to call. You got to be a little persistent. I like that project too, along with all the other projects around.
A lot of things going on right now, and certainly a lot of accomplishments with the Michigan Theater, the Y, and a few other things.
The new restaurant's going to open here, and everything else across the street, and.
So you're part of the Iron and Oak restaurant.
Right.
What's the latest on that?
It's still hopefully later part of the month. I got to call. I meant to call before I came down here to see where are we, and I didn't. So I'd like to know, because we were trying to get it in September, and I mean obviously summer's pretty much gone, but you come into the holidays and all that stuff, it becomes a big deal again. So, they're repainting and TVs in there and some other things they're doing, and trying to have a little bit of a simpler menu, and hopefully we'll have great service, and be better. Hopefully people come in there and feel real good about it and have fun with it. And it's just, and there's just restaurants that do it right, and you got to have good service. You have to have good service. That's the simple answer. That's
the magic formula.
It really is. Obviously it's good food, but service. You don't have good service, people don't want to come. And I don't blame them. I don't either. I don't want to come. I was actually coming back. You talk about good service. honest to God, I was coming back from the airport. I flew back here. When I left there, you know, and they're asking your ID and doing this and everything else, and I get it out, and my phone, I couldn't find my phone.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I said, you know, you can't live without your phone. And so I go back after you go through security, and some guy comes over. I said, hey, can I talk to you? So I said, yeah, I think I left my phone when I had to get my. Right now, you really only thing you got to do, you don't have to show them your ticket. You show them your name, and it pulls everything up.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I thought, well, I probably put my phone down right there. I thought I had, because I had it on my phone. This guy couldn't have been greater. Honest to God, he went above and beyond. And then I got to tell you, it tells you about me. So I had my backpack on. I didn't realize. I thought I'd put it in there. Well, I did put it in there. There was a pocket within the pocket I didn't even know. And I found it. And the guy said, hey, man, that's great. I'm really happy for you. It wasn't like, oh, you idiot. So it made you feel good. Say, wow, I didn't give me a hard time or do anything else out there.
It was in a restaurant in the airport?
No, it was right. It was a security guy. I went back to a security guy, yeah. Security guy. So, but service, you know, just try to keep in my office. People just want to know that you give a damn and know what you're doing, and you get back to them. You know, if you don't get back to me, you're probably not going to be doing business with me. I'm not asking for it, just, you know, for immediate or anything like that, but I just return telephone calls.
Yeah, I think Experienced Jackson used to do a service academy or whatever. They used to teach.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it makes all the difference in the world, just some attitude of a person.
We were at a restaurant, and it was like 2 hours for BLT. And at the end, it said, you know, it seemed like it took a long, and yeah, we've had a lot of takeout orders. That's kind of backed up the kitchen. Right. And I didn't say this, but I would have. In my head, I'm thinking, turn off the phone. Exactly.
Because I know an incident where that happened too at a restaurant, and the guy said, we are really sorry, and they've turned off the phone during these busy times. He said that the kitchen gets so busy they can't put out the other orders, and all here everybody's sitting around getting ticked off. And I said, you know, it's great that you think that way, and you want to give that, you know, good service.
So what are you doing this weekend?
We're doing some family things, you know, and which will be great.
You got kids in sports and stuff that you're following?
Yeah, I got kids in all in sports, doing all that stuff, and soccer, and 2 grandsons in football, and then a couple of other granddaughters in volleyball, and then a bunch of soccer with some of the young ones, and I mean, all good stuff. Keep the weather nice, and it'll be great. You know, whatever out there. I have enjoyed this cooler weather, hasn't it? You kind of like we're almost ready for it. You know, our spring wasn't that good. Summer was hot and good. I mean, I'm not complaining, but you like to be around water or something like that. And you know, it's a good year. And here the fall, right now, with these cool nights and these comfortable days, pretty darn nice, people. I tell you right now, pretty darn nice.
Well, enjoy the weather. Enjoy the weekend, and thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me come in.
From the Walton Insurance Agency, Ric Walton. That's it. We've run out of time. A reminder, be sure and join JTV Sports Friday for live high school football, Columbia Central at Michigan Center. The pregame show starts at 6:45, and then that game, along with last weekend's Western Jackson game, replay all weekend long here on JTV. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.